Yo, what's up guys? And today we are back with another video for you guys. And this video is actually pretty interesting, and we're going to be looking at some of the best trades I've ever done of all time. And of course, this is not going by the values at the time or whatever, like back then. This is going by the values now. So that means we might say we gave like 4K for a Playful Vampire. That'll be in the video. I don't remember if we actually did, but I don't know. So yeah, this should be a pretty fun and interesting video to look at at some of my old trades. Actually, some of these probably were recorded in the past on my channel. I wouldn't recommend watching those videos because they're very bad. But yeah, so let's just get into the video. Alright, so starting off, the first trade here is we gave the Hyper Laser Gun for the Blue Wistful Wing. So at the time, interestingly enough, this was kind of equal. So to be completely honest, this was projected, and this was projected to like 3K. It was normally like around 1K, and it was projected to about 3K, and this was normally 3K. So the story behind this is actually this person used to be my friend. I don't think they are anymore. I don't know. Or they were my friend. They're actually online, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, I haven't talked to this person in ages. And yeah, I do remember being friends with this person a long time ago. And yeah, so it's pretty interesting. And yeah, so basically I project flipped on one of my friends. So not the nicest thing to do, but I mean, I wasn't really talking to him anymore. But yeah, let's look at the next trade. Alright, so the next trade we have right here is actually not that far apart. And we gave the Sinister Branches and a 1K Robux for the Skelly friend. I remember this trade was awful when I did it. Like, this trade was terrible. I remember being really mad and like regretting. I panic traded this item. I'll probably show the panic trade in the next video because it is a big loss now. But yes, this was very bad when I did it. It was like a small win, but then we got this awful item and it took ages to trade off. I exactly remember when I did this trade. Yeah, it was pretty depressing. Oh wow, I remember this trade fully. I'll tell all the context behind it. So I actually was like I was out somewhere to eat or whatever with my family, and I remember this was like I think December 2019 when I did this, or was it? No, it was November 2019. Yeah, November 2019 or October. I don't fully remember, but I was out to eat with my family, and I actually worked out a deal with this guy, and I'm just gonna say right now I know the exact values of this trade. So this at the time was 9K. Wow, imagine that. Playful Vampire at 9K. But yeah, Playful is 9K, and these were both like 400, and these were both 5K. So this was about an equal trade, and yeah, it definitely worked out really well in the end based on how high Playful Vampire's gone. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Wow, this is a pretty interesting one. This is literally basically a big win. I don't remember anything about this trade, but I think it was equal. I'm pretty sure it was equal. But yeah, pretty interesting, I guess. Alright, so we actually had to scroll up a bit here, and I have a really good story behind this trade. I might make a video on it sometime, because this is a really good story. It's kind of embarrassing, honestly. But yeah, so this trade, this was like a 2 KOP? I can't remember, 1 or 2 KOP at the time. It was a really good trade. I was happy with doing it. And yeah, so I'm just going to say right now, this was the first time I ever achieved I guess achievement of getting poisoned items, which that's not really a good thing, but yeah, so these were the first poisoned items we ever owned, which is pretty interesting to think about. I would go look at the UAID and see if they were actually poisoned, because that's just what the guy told me, but then later on he told me it was a joke. So I mean, I'm just gonna show you the trade right here, but I ended up panic trading really hard. So yeah, that's actually kind of funny. Alright, so I guess this kind of counts. Well, what happened is we gave as I was just talking about, we gave the poison one it was an equal trade, we gave it for this, and then I actually ended up getting it back. So this is obviously the win trade here, where we gave Supa for PV. Big win, not at the time, it was actually equal at the time, but now it's a big win. So yeah, pretty interesting there. Alright, so this is another pretty interesting trade. I'm just going to say right now, I don't fully remember the context behind every single one of these trades. I just remember for some of the key trades. And yeah, so this one, I don't have a clue, because I don't recognize the user or anything. But yeah, this is a huge win now. I know it was like equal at the time, I'd guess. So yeah, pretty crazy, honestly. This is definitely a smaller trade, but just another pretty interesting one. We gave Head Row for Sinister and Boo Visor, which is actually like a small OP at the time. So yeah, I guess that's just a smaller trade, but still pretty interesting actually. Wow, this is a really interesting trade. So I actually kinda recognize the user, not fully. But yeah, so this trade, it was actually equal, or actually I think it was a win. I can't remember. But yeah, so this is pretty crazy. We gave Black Iron Commando and Sinister Branches and some Robux for the catching snowflakes. This is insane now. Basically giving 2 small items for this item, which is pretty crazy to be honest. Wow, this is kind of a big one. So in this trade, we gave Radioactive Beast Mode legit into small for Super Happy Face. Okay, I'm just gonna say I remember everything about this trade. I'm not gonna go into full context, but I'm just gonna say I just remember like talking. I remember finding this guy in Trade Hangout. They have not changed their user, but I found this guy in Trade Hangout, and they look fairly new. And they had Super Happy Face, and I was like, oh yeah, at the time it was one of my dream items, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try and trade with this guy. I was gonna say I did not shark him because that's not right, of course. So yeah, I did not shark this guy. Just a quick disclaimer. But yeah, so I sent this guy a trade. He actually, I can't remember fully. I can't remember if I sent it, but I know I'm pretty sure he did want these 2 items or something. I don't fully remember, but I do remember doing this trade, and yeah, it was pretty interesting. All right, so here we're definitely getting into the trades I made videos on. I definitely remember making videos on this trade. Like, I remember showing this trade in a video. I 100% remember that. And yeah, so this trade is actually really good right now. Or yeah, really good. At the time it was equal, but yeah, still that's really good now, which is pretty cool. All right, then right after that trade, we have this trade. So this is another trade where I 100% remember it being on the video. I actually got stuck with these items. I remember I was stuck with these items for like a week, and I was like really just, I don't know. But yeah, I do remember this trade a lot. All right, and then we have this trade. So I also, okay, this is the area where I'll remember almost every single trade, every single decently sized trade here. I'll remember most of these. But yeah, so this trade, Jacko Bandit for Telemons. I do remember this was 42. This was how much? Wait, this was 35k, and this was like 40k. Yeah. So I added Robux. This was a really good trade at the time, and this was actually the trade that got me back into trading because I quit on Jacko Bandit for a while. If you didn't know, if you're an OG, you definitely do know that. I had a Jacko for ages, and then I just decided to make this trade and come back. So yeah, pretty interesting, really. Wow, this is a really crazy one. So it honestly looks like I beamed someone right here, and it even did right after I did this because actually this trade I actually flipped the projected. So this was projected to around 4k, and this was around 4 to 3k at the time, and I actually flipped it on this guy. I remember this guy being extremely mad at me, like he was very mad. Right after he found out that I flipped it on him, he kept calling me a scammer and everything. It was really funny, but yeah, it's kind of funny when people do that. And yeah, it's an insanely good trade now. All right, I'm gonna say right now we have way more bad trades than good trades over time. But anyway, so this is another pretty interesting one. This was projected. I remember this was 5k. This was around the same. This was projected. Actually, this was 2k. This was projected to 3k or 3.4k. I can't remember, around there. And we gave those 2 items for space. Pretty good trade now, and it was really good at the time as well. All right, now we have this. So we gave VDC for the Verdi, or not. We gave Jacko Bandit for VDC. My God, I'm stupid. But yeah, so I actually remember exactly when and where I did this trade. I was actually on my laptop and like just chilling. I was about to go to bed, and then I'm actually telling the exact same story I told in the video where I reviewed this trade, and I was actually about to go to bed, and then this guy was like, hey, do you want to buy VDC for me? And I'm like, not really, but I can give you an item that sells for higher, which at the time Jacko was selling for a lot more. Damn, it fell off. Oh my God. But yeah, Jacko was selling for like, I think, let me think, like probably like 10k more. And I really didn't care how much items were selling for, but this was equal, and it was a huge demand win, and obviously now it's a pretty big win. So yeah, pretty nice trade here. All right, so this is a trade we actually got off our VDC. we got Playful in these items. So this was actually a 5k OP at the time, and now it's probably like a 30k OP. Who knows? But yeah, that's insane. But yeah, I do remember when I got this, kinda. I was in trade hangout and like someone walked up to me and wanted it. And yeah, it's pretty simple, really. Damn, this one's insane. This thing's like 16k now, and we got like probably 40k off it. Not probably not 40k, but around like 30 something k off it, which is pretty crazy to think about because this was actually like a small OP back then. So yeah, that's honestly really crazy. Damn, this trade. I remember when I got this. I made a video right after I got this because I was hyped. So this was technically a 10k OP at the time. It was equal, but then he added the Robux. And I think we ended up sniping stuff with this Robux. I don't remember. But now it's like a freaking 30k win, which is pretty insane. Really shows how much PV's inflated over time compared to other items. But yeah, pretty crazy. Dang, look at this trade. Damn. This is like 100k. This is probably 60k. Damn, this is really interesting. Because it's literally, as you can see, like a 40k wrap win, which is very crazy. So yeah, that's probably the most insane one we've seen so far. But I'm just gonna give you guys a hint. There is way bigger trades. I think there's way bigger trades we're gonna be looking over. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, there's way bigger trades we're gonna be looking at after this. You know, once we get through all these trades. So yeah. Holy crap! This trade is insane. And yeah, obviously, yet again, I do remember doing this trade. I actually found this trade on Discord, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I found this on Discord. I remember making this trade. Actually, I love this trade. You know why? Because this trade actually got me the most viewed video on my channel with like 15k views. And it was called We Got Frozen Horns. And I still question why 15,000 people watched that video. But it's still pretty crazy. And yeah, this is a huge win now. Probably like definitely over an 100k win. This is pretty high wrap though, so maybe less. I don't know. But yeah, still pretty crazy. Alright, so we scrolled up quite a bit. And we actually found this trade. So we gave these demand items for SSHF. So this is probably a 20k win. I don't know for sure. I think. I don't know. Is that 100k? I don't know at all. But yeah, this is probably like a 10 or 20k win now, which is pretty crazy how much SSHF has inflated as well, just like PV. I don't remember for sure. I think this was like 60k back then. I don't know. But yeah, I have no idea how much this trade was back then. Alright, so here's another interesting one. I'm pretty sure this was one of the last trades I did. Probably not one of the last, but like one of the last trades I did before I took a break. You know, I took that really long break with the Super Horde, which that didn't end too well. But yeah, if you watch my channel for like the past maybe like year, that's too long, never mind. But yeah, if you've watched my channel for a while, you definitely do remember the Super Horde. It's probably really nostalgic if you like my channel, I guess. So yeah, pretty crazy win there. Don't know how much it is, but still a pretty interesting one. Damn, this one's pretty interesting. I remember this guy was like a dev. Probably not a dev, but he was like, he really wanted Troublemaker. I'm pretty sure this was this was like a 14k OP at the time, which TM got like 5 to 10, and 14 was really good on it. I remember considering like 6k on this item, but to be completely honest, I love Troublemaker because yeah, it's made me a lot of profit. Even though it's a bro gangster face, it's still one of my favorite items. That's a lie, but it's one of my favorite profit items of the past, not really of the present, but yeah, I've always made a ton of profit off this face. And yeah, I remember this. The context behind this one is that some guy walked up to me in trade hangout and offered this insane trade, and I obviously took it. So yeah, that's pretty good trade over time, really. Damn, this one worked out well. I remember exactly how much this was at the time. This was a 5k win, I'm pretty sure. I bet some of you guys who are like veterans of the channel are just gonna be like, no, it wasn't, which you might be right, because I don't fully remember. And as you can see, there's a 3-month difference right here, and these weren't even the trades that brought me back. So yeah, we might have to, I think I'm probably gonna switch accounts, and we're gonna look at some of the really big wins on my other account, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, pretty big win now. But yeah, SSHF, of course, has inflated a ton over time. This has actually stayed the same, or like around the same, which is interesting. This has inflated a bit, but yeah, pretty cool trade. Alright, so we actually found this trade. I don't know for sure if we're going to switch. We'll see. It really depends. I don't know if we're going to check my other account. Maybe I'll make another video on the other account, like a part 2 or something of this video. I don't know. Whatever you guys want, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, so this is a pretty interesting one. This is kind of like a nitpick kind of trade because I couldn't really find any for a while. I had to scroll a lot because a lot of them were still kind of even. This is only from like 5 months ago. But yeah, still, this is pretty interesting now. I'm guessing it's only because this thing's dropped a lot, I know. This thing dropped like probably 10k. And this thing rose a lot, and so did these, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, pretty interesting trade. Alright, so I did a ton of scrolling. We found this trade. So this may not look like too much of a W, but if you did not know, FF is only 110k. And I don't, hold on, actually let me check. This is the first time I'm gonna be checking how much something is because I do not remember. I think it's like 90. Oh, it's 100. So yeah, this is oh, it's so annoying. But yeah, as you can see, this is like, oh yeah, it's like a 50, around almost a 50k win on FF, which is pretty insane to think about now. But FF has dropped 80k since this trade happened. So yeah, pretty interesting. And as you can tell, we're getting into, I guess, the bigger trades, and you'll see some pretty huge trades depending on if they're good or bad. I didn't really check before that I made this video, but yeah, you'll see. All right, so here we have another pretty interesting one. So CF is, I'm pretty sure it's like 200k. I don't know for sure. Yeah, it's 200k, and this is like 26 probably, 28. Yeah, 28. So this is actually about, I'm pretty sure, around a 40k win. My math might be off completely. I don't really know. But yeah, this is, I think a 40k win, 50k win. I don't know. Around a 40 to 50k win. I'm pretty sure more like 40, or I think 45. I have no idea. But yeah, I don't really feel like doing math right now. But yes, this is a huge win. Or actually, I just realized that Al Capone dropped. Never mind. This is, yeah, it's still a win. So yeah, pretty interesting trade here. And next up, we have a really big win here. So, or yeah, kinda. So FF is 110, and Valk is 160. So this is a 50k win, and of course getting a way better item. So yeah, that's a pretty big trade as well. All right, so here we have a trade I really didn't expect to be in the video. This might be projected. Oh, it's actually not. Wow, that's surprising. But yeah, so in this trade, this is, I don't know how much. It's a huge wrap win, obviously. But this is actually a trade by my friend Artie. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is a huge win. I did not expect that thing to raise so much. Alright, so I just found this trade, and I don't know for sure, yet again, I don't know for sure how much this is. But as you can see, it's a huge wrap win. This might not be too close, actually, but like just saying how Frozen Horns gets like pretty decent OPs, I think. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't paid attention to like big items and trading much, except for like Clockwork Headphones because I own it. But I haven't really been paying attention to Frozen Horns or any of that stuff like that. But yeah, so as I can tell, this is probably a win just because of the wrap difference. And this is like 100. This is, yeah, that's like a 50k win. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright, so we are going to end the video with this. This isn't too big of a win, but still a pretty good trade. I'm pretty sure JJ is 80. This is like 30. I don't know. This is like around 30. And yeah, so this is a pretty big win now. And we really don't have too many more trades. I'll just end the video with you guys seeing my Clockwork Headphones trade, which may look terrible, but it really isn't, because I think it's like equal now. But yeah, so yeah, that's all for today, guys. Make sure and like, subscribe, and peace.